We continue our journey in Chapter 7 with Tackle Your Task or Tackle the Task. It's a little bit of a larger assignment, so I thought it would be appropriate to just do a new video. So we're sharing already. Let me put this down here. So before you begin, they want you to get rid of whatever you did so far. How are we going to do that? Well, remember, this is a temporary QuickBooks account, so we're just going to close that. As always, they do not provide you a new link, so you have to go back in Chapter 1 and find that link that they did for you here and open it up. Alrighty, you are not a robot. Continue. And I'm going back to Tackle the Task, close this to have a little bit more space available for this window. Okay, so we're still in Cracks Design and Landscaping Services. And we're asked to work on all these items here. This is, okay. You just read that. And here's the task. Set up inventory products for September 15 and these. Okay. So please remember to look at your account settings first. Sales. And track inventory and quantity on hand. Yes, this is already set up. Let's look at the expenses. Track expenses and items by customers on, and use purchase order. This is also on. So perfect. We have that all under control. And now we can set up new items. We're going to go into the products and services. We're going to click new. And this is the traceable inventory item. Large metal bird bath. I'm going to copy that. And we do have a quantity on hand for 0. And the date is 9/15. Don't forget the 0. 2026. Okay, we have this. And then we are not using the reorder point yet. And there will be an inventory asset description. Just copy and paste it. The sales price will be $54. And the sales product, it cannot be a service. It has to be a sales of product income account here. So the taxable standard rate is given in the background, so it will be taxable. And then we have the purchase information, which is $15.95. These are our costs that we're paying. And once you set that up, you can say save and close, or you can say save and new, because we have the ground lights to enter too. Okay, we're going to copy that. We have 0 on hand. It's the same date, so we don't have to bother with this. I'm going to copy and paste it here. The sales price is $25, and the costs are $6.05. And now we can say save and close. And select an as of date. Okay, so here's also something annoying about this little field here. Even though it is a legit format, they want you to click into it, enter, and then they think you just entered the correct date. And now it should work. That field is messed up, and some programmer in the background should actually change the format settings on that field. Okay, so we now have 2 products out of stock. We still have to set up another inventory item, but it's not it's not going to be an inventory item, it's going to be a non-inventory item. So we're going to say new, non-inventory, and the name is pest control pellets. Okay, I'll copy and paste that. And we're going to have sales price of $5. It is not services, it is still sales. There is a taxable standard rate, and then we're purchasing that for $1.59. So, okay, purchases, preferred vendor. Okay, so save and close. Next one is also a non-inventory item. And it says custom glass bird bath. Okay. And the sales price is not given because it varies, but we have to put in sales here, sales of product and income. We do have to put that here too, because what that does, if we choose to, it's not just gathering an information, but it will also initiate a transaction in the background for those costs. And we do not have to do an extra journal entry to account for our cost of goods sold items. Okay, we do not have an amount. We have to put that in separately, but we can now say save and close. Okay, save and close. So we've got this checked, and now we're going to create some purchase orders. Before you click and say new and purchase order here, purchase order there, I recommend to read all of it to see what's up. Okay, so now we have purchased 6 large metal bird bath from Paul's Metalworks at 70 Monty Road, Bayshore, California, and it got delivered. Okay, so this is a purchase order. And we do have to add Paul. Paul's not in the system yet. And we do have an address. But we do not have a zip code. So that's all we have. We're not doing ship to. We have a delivery date of 9/16/26, and it got delivered. So we're done with this. And we purchased 6 large metal bird bath. Okay, so just gonna put this in. Got 6. And that's it. That should be the one. Okay, so we're going to say save and new. Okay, so the next one is from Hicks. We do have Hicks in our system already. Excuse me. The order was on the 17th, and it will be shipped via UPS. Okay, what else do we have? We purchased 20 bags of pest control pellets. Okay, so we're just going to get rid of all of this. And 24 ground lights. Righty. And we have terms of 15 days. Well, there's no item here that says terms of 15 days because we remember when we save that, it is saved in our system. So we have a tracking information, we have a trace what did we do, so other people can look at it and see the stand. But we do not have a transaction journal entry because there was no journal entry. We just said, hey, we want this. And they said, okay, we're going to deliver it. Nothing was exchanged in money or products. Okay, so we're going to say save in new. But remember, these terms we may use later when we get to invoice. Righty, save in new. And we purchased the custom glass bird bath, 2 green and 2 red orange from Tanya's nursery. Okay. On a special order for Kate, delivered to us, so to you. And we have terms of 10 days. So first of all, we're going to do this. It got not delivered to the client, so we leave that open, and it already was delivered. So we're going to put delivered in here. And you remember that this is a custom item, so we do not have a rate, but we do know the quantity. The quantity is 2 green and 2 red and orange. So that makes a total of 4. And you may think, why don't you put 2 green and 2 orange in here? Well, this is not how the inventory works. We could definitely do that, but we just customize it under, or we itemize it under custom bath bird. So that should be efficient enough. And the book doesn't even tell us, hey, you have to put in some sub products or whatever it is. So I think we will be fine with just that. It's $45 and it's for the customer, Kate. All right, so we have this and we're going to say save. And now we can close that. Actually, we can say save and close. And we got this task done too. And we're going to receiving the products. Okay. I like how they did that. They actually say, hey, this is how you set it up. And then you create purchase orders, you receive the products, you're going to sell the products, you do your inventory, and now you just give me your report. Okay. So it's a nice order how it could be done in your company. All right, so on September 20, we received the products purchased from Paul's Metalworks, and we paid with our MasterCard. So if we pay with our MasterCard, we're not receiving a bill and pay later. We're also not writing a check because we already paid that, so it's going to be expenses. It is Paul. And we're going to say MasterCard. It is September 20. The payment method is MasterCard. We do not have any reference number, but we do have this. It's a purchase order, and it doesn't give us an amount, so we just have to assume this is the correct amount for right now. We do not have any delivery fees, so category details will not be used at the moment. So it's only going to be the large metal bird bath that we received and paid immediately. And you will see we have one linked purchase order to it. If I say save, we can actually go now here and see the transactional journal. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one. We received the products purchased from Hicks Hardware and 6 delivery fee added. Okay, so we're going to say save and close because we received the product and we're assuming that we received the bill at the same time because it does not specify otherwise. It does not say it paid. We paid it immediately or we handed a check or whatever. It doesn't say anything. So I assume that we will receive a bill or we already received the bill. Okay, so we're going to go into on Hicks Hardware. Okay, and then it was on the 17th. And then you see here's the terms that says nothing here. But you remember when we went up here, it said 15 days. Okay, so when you work on multiple items for one client, you have different paperwork and stuff. You either make a copy out of it and mark it and put little post-its on it or something like this, or you write it down and then check off the items that you know you're going to use later on with your client, or your company has a certain way to do these things. It's going to save you time from going back to the papers all the time if you just keep it on one place and only the items that you really, really need for your bookkeeping or your adjustment entries or whatever you're going to do. Okay, so we are at Hicks and we purchased these items, so we're just going to add those. But at the same time, they also put a $6 delivery fee on it. So we talked about this briefly. This is the category field where we add expenses on it. This is only for products, okay? So we're going to go here and we're going to type delivery, and it's not in here. So we have to add this account. And remember, the book wants us to regard this as an expense account. We're going to go down here, go shipping and freight, say delivery, and save and close. Then we're going to say delivery here too. It's $6. It does not say that we are going to give that further to any client, so we're just leaving this out. And it also doesn't specify tax or customer, so we're just leaving this the way it is. And this should be also fine. So we're gonna say save, and the next one is also a bill, so we're gonna say save in new. So now Tanya delivered our purchase order, and we're just gonna add that here. She did not charge us for extra delivery, but the bill date changed to the 29th. Okay, and the terms with Tanya were 10 days. All right, so we're not using the categories right now, but here's the thing. It was a custom order, and a custom order will give us catering, and this is actually billable and taxable. Okay, so I know it doesn't specify, and sometimes it's a little trial and error situation with these systems, and it is still the landscaping system. So if you just do a mistake, you restart the whole thing and you'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to save it for right now. Let's look at the transaction, what happened. And you will see that we do have accounts payable, so we have to pay Tanya at some point, and then we did that on the purchases, and it's not in the inventory account. It will be expensed immediately on the purchases. Okay, so we're going to go back to the reporting list. No, we're not. We did this. We're going to sell the products now. Okay. On September 22nd, we sold 4 large metal bird bath and 10 ground lights to Amy's Bird Sanctuary. Okay, we're going to say plus. And we give them 10 days net, so we're going to write an invoice to them. We're disregarding this. This is from May 30. That has nothing to do with us, so please disregard that. And we're going to say a large metal bath, and they received 4. Okay, and then we have the ground lights, which were 10. Okay, and we're going to give them 10 days. So that should be the invoice. Okay, so we have tax on it. That should be the invoice amount, $503. And we're going to say save. And let's see what the next one is. Sold 1 rock fountain on 1 bag of pellets with a check. So we're not invoicing him. So we're going to say save and close. And we received payment already. So it's going to be a sales receipt. And the name is Diego Rodriguez. So here he is. It was September the 22nd. He paid it with a check. We do have a reference number. Undeposited funds is correct. And he bought a rock fountain. And then he also bought a bag of pest control pellets and 6 ground lights. All right, let's check that one more time because he bought a lot of stuff and we don't want to be wrong about it, okay? So this is September 26th. He sold 1 rock fountain, that's correct. 1 bag of pest control pellets, that's correct. And 6 ground lights to Diego. Okay, 6 ground lights, that's fine. So here's the problem. It will say tax, but this is not in here because we haven't used it yet. The next time it will remember and hopefully, and it will be in there. So make sure that you have that checked. And then we're going to say save and close. And it says here on September 30, sold Kate Whelan, the special order bird bath for $115 each. And it's on terms, so we have an invoice. Okay, it's 10 days, it's 30. And the product is the, oh, so we don't have to put the products in here. My apologies, because we had it special ordered for her and it will show up here, which is nice. So we're just going to add that. The quantity is still 4, but the amount is going to be a $115 each. So the rate has to be changed to $115. Okay, that will leave us with $460. But we also have to add the California rate. And we should be fine. We can say save and close. So we sold the products. Now we're adjusting our inventory. So why do you have to adjust an inventory? Well, you ordered all the products, you put them in your warehouse. One gets busted, another one gets stolen, or when you entered the numbers at delivery, you received the wrong number and you put in, instead of 5 items got delivered, you put in 6 items because the person who wrote you that receipt or whatever it was just entered the wrong stuff. Whatever it was, whatever the reason, you got word from the warehouse that there is a change, or Usually they don't really know how much is in the bookkeeping system. They just have to do a count, because you don't want them to be biased and say, hey, there should be 6. Well, let's just put 6 in. No, you really have to count it. And so it comes back and the count was wrong, or the count was correct, or whatever it was. But now you see you have an inventory shrinkage. And this one happened on the 25th. And what does it say? One of the large metal bird bath is destroyed by a runaway forklift. Adjust the inventory. So we have an inventory shrinkage. It is the metal bird bath. So we're going to go in here. And we're going to say here, destroyed by a runaway forklift. Okay, and the new quantity is now 1, so we lost 1. Save and close. So we got adjustment checked, and now we're preparing our inventory evaluation reports. Prepare report for all dates. Balance of large metal bird bath is $15.95. Okay, so reports. Okay. And we're just doing all dates, one report. And it says the large metal bath is $15.95. Yeah, so that's correct. So I'm not sure what types of screenshots Dr. Lambert will want you to upload into the Word form, but whatever it is, if you just continue on like this and make screenshots and put it in, y'all will be fine, okay? All right, so next one is the self-assessment that you have to do, and then we will do and reinforce the skills, which will take another probably 45 minutes. So I will definitely do that in a different video.